Our special guest today is Lance Elder, President and CEO of EAC Network, and Alena Jones, Director of Marketing and Development. We'll be back after this brief break.
Hi. I found a toy dinosaur over on the playground by Smith Street. It had this phone number on it, and, well, I just wanted to make sure the dinosaur made it back to its little owner.
Yeah. Hi. I think I found your kid's stuffed animal near the swing set. Just want to call. I'm sure she misses it.
I know my son gets super attached to the smallest things, even a fire truck, and I'd be happy to drop it off. The toy was a little muddy, so I cleaned it up, and it's good to go whenever you're around.
When I found the little sippy cup, I just had to give you a call. It's for a kid, you know?
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger and give all of our kids the meals they need to grow. Learn how at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
My Hometown is made possible by Herald Community Newspapers. For more local news, visit liherald.com. Got a story to tell? Call 516-569-4000.
WHPC.
And now we return to My Hometown.
We're back on My Hometown. I'm your host, Bill Horan. And today we're speaking with Lance Elder, President and CEO of EAC Network, and Alena Jones, the Director of Marketing and Development. Lance, your organization has over 70 programs, 70, for services for people in need. Can you give us some of the programs available to children and youth?
Again, it's the challenge for us is always to pick out 1 or 2 programs, but certainly we have our program. It's called Chance to Advance, that is part of our children's programming, and Chance to Advance is quite extraordinary. It's a lot of people, a lot of folks, families have trouble with children when they're in their teens, and they struggle, quite frankly. There was a process many years ago that was parents would go into the probation department and ask for protection from the kids. And, well, we, in conjunction with the various counties, have come up with an idea that I think I know has worked. And what we do is the parents have to first meet with us, as do the children. They have to meet with us, and we provide opportunities for them to receive services to really kind of get things under control. We're only supposed to do it for a month with the family, but in all likelihood it's going to go 2 months, 3 months, whatever we feel it needs. And the effect has been extraordinary. We've gotten, I'm going to say in Suffolk, I just happen to know their numbers, around 2,500 families. So that's, approaching a good 10,000 people over time. And they've actually, Suffolk County has received an award for the great work that we do.
Well, that's nice.
It was very good. And, I think that's been, well received. Then we also have an opportunity for parents, or for volunteers, to help with these kids, to mentor these kids, because so many children today, they exist in a single parent home, etc. So there's various things that we can do. We also have a large number of kids that are in foster care. Those children that are in foster care are often left out in outside, if you will. The foster care system is such that when the children start to mature, they have no place to go. They become homeless. They don't have education. So our program helps them with their education. We help them with scholarships. We help them with a number of different activities that we can hopefully get them past those initial years. It's very, very difficult.
And Alena, you actually read about you have a teen driving program, I think?
We do. So it's part of, it's one of our family and community programs, which really focus on building our families and our communities at large. And our teen driving equation program actually aims to enforce positive driving skills and responsibilities amongst teens so that they develop safe driving habits. Car crashes are actually the number 1 cause of death for teens aged 14 to 18. So what our program does is we work to prevent these fatalities by really targeting parents as key players to influence their teens to drive safely by promoting the use of car seats, safety seats as well, seat belts. We want them to reduce their excessive speed. We don't want them to text and drive. And we just promote a lot of safety measures. So we go into high schools and put on safety events where teens can actually figure out the consequences of distracted driving by riding go-karts with goggles on them so that they can kind of see what happens if you drink and drive, how they're able to not really drive very well.
That's a great idea. Alena, this is so important, and you have so many excellent programs. I just want to keep letting our audience know, and I'm going to come back to you to give the information. If they're hearing this, tell us where we can contact EAC Network, maybe to find out about some of these programs. Maybe it's just what someone needs, or maybe to volunteer.
Absolutely. So anybody interested in any of our programs can visit our website at www.eac-network.org. And if they have any questions that they'd like clarified or just to speak with someone and maybe talk through some of the programs, they can call us at 516-539-0150.
And we'll give that again before the end of the show, so if you didn't get it down, don't worry. We're going to tell you more about some of the great programs. Lance, I think you also have an alcohol education program. Am I correct?
That's correct. We have been operating this program for a number of years. It's basically a 12-and-a-half-hour educational group series to help people who drive while intoxicated understand that their behavior puts themselves and others at risk. During the groups, participants engage in interactive journal writing, which we have found in many, many situations the journaling is very important, and enhanced activities to learn about the use and abuse of alcohol. We also do a lot of work with substance abuse, but this particular program is strictly limited to alcohol education. It's very effective. We work with all of the DAs. We work with all of in the entire area around us, and they find it to be a very helpful program.
I would think the people taking part in any of these programs are very lucky. One, to have someone like Lance Elder and our other guest, Alena Jones from the EAC Network, and the professionals. You're just dropping names over here, but the people from the courts, the DA's office, the other people who are working with you, the corporations who support you and take part. This is a great opportunity to meet some very interesting people and really kind of get out of that rut.
I think that's one very positive situation that you identify. But I also think there's another one too, and that is folks that graduate from college. They come out with varying degrees, and we do a lot of work with psychologists, psychiatrists, case managers, etc. That really work with the folks that we serve. I mean, we always have. We just got a huge grant from New York City, and we're looking to hire something like 70 or 80 folks that we have to put on the payroll. It just happened.
I'm going to repeat that. Looking to hire 70 or 80 folks to put on the payroll.
Case managers, etc. It's quite extraordinary. Take a look. Again, you go back to the website. If you look at the website, you'll see job opportunities. And I think, certainly we have a lot of folks that are from Nassau Community College and other institutions of higher learning in the area. But we're looking to hire a lot of folks, and I think the thing that's extraordinary from my perspective regarding our employees, we have employees that have worked for us for 32.
That says a lot. That's really impressive.
And I think that's impressive. The young folks, they come on board and they find that they like the work. They like what we do and what we represent and who we help, frankly. And as a result, we get a lot of great resumes, and if anybody's interested, go to the website again.
And now, in case you just got interested about those job opportunities, it's the EAC Network, and we'll give you that website information again in a few minutes. But Alena, I'm going to come back to you because being a senior, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you a few questions. You're doing everything for all these young people, all the nice things for the young people. What about us old folks?
Yeah, so we actually are the largest provider of Meals on Wheels in Nassau County. I think that's really our senior program that people recognize us the most from. And I think a lot of what people don't understand or don't know about Meals on Wheels is that it doesn't doesn't just deliver meals. We're often the only people or individuals that these seniors see day to day, week to week, because they're living alone. They don't have necessarily family living with them or nearby. And the deliverer is also a point of social interaction for these seniors who are living alone. So they're a friendly visit. They get to socialize a little bit. And not only that, we're also a lifeline for seniors. Because these seniors don't have anybody speaking with them day to day, if we come to deliver a meal and we knock on the door and nobody answers, we're the people that are saying, where is Mary? Why isn't she answering the door? And there have been several times where, because we're the only ones knocking on the door, we peek through the window and unfortunately Mary's fallen down. She's on the ground. She can't answer the door. We're the people that have to call the police to get her the help before it's too late.
So literally, you are a lifeline.
We are a lifeline.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to add that we have all the contact information on family members, because what's happened over the years, as we all know, is the families have split and gone in different directions, and so mom or dad or whoever it might be may be left alone. And at the end of the day, we can contact that family member or those family members that we had the phone numbers on, and we'll contact them. We'll contact the police, and that has happened on more than a couple of occasions. And it's a sad reality, but it's something that I think has really, really, it's literally saved lives.
And you were talking about job opportunities before, and Alena, I'd just like to say, I think this would be a wonderful area for any high school, college student, or anybody that would fall under, who you'd be taking in as volunteers. But what a great experience builder or resume booster to have this on, that they've worked with you, worked with people like this,
Absolutely.
Either on the events or helping the seniors or the teen driving.
And we're always looking for volunteer deliverers for Meals on Wheels. So if anybody is interested in taking an hour or two out of their day to deliver meals to seniors and speak with them and engage with them, we would be happy to have them.
And those seniors are a lot of fun. They have a lot of good stories, and I'm sure it's going to be as helpful to the volunteer as it is to the senior. Now, before we wrap up, you told us about a big rappelling contest coming up, a golf outing, lots of good things, and 70 different programs that you have. Now you've got to tell us again how we can get in touch. Give us phone numbers, websites, everything.
So for any information on any of the things you've just heard, you can reach us at www.eac-network.org, or you can call us at 516-539-0150.
I'm not going to let you off the hook either.
Okay.
We have a program called we have a mediation program, and we accept volunteers for mediators in Nassau and Suffolk County, and it's run under OCA, and it's quite an extraordinary. It handles barking dogs and that kind of stuff. So,
that sounds fantastic.
I just wanted to throw that out to you. Thought maybe you'd be interested in
I think Lance is going to hook me into this. Lance, thank you so much, and Alena, for being with us today. We'd like to remind our audience, our guests today have been Lance Elder, President, CEO of EAC Network, and Alena Jones, Director of Development and Marketing. You can contact Lance or Alena at 516-539-0150. I'm Bill Horan. Thanks for listening to My Hometown on 90.3 FM.
We like to get your feedback on My Hometown. Send your comments to whpc@ncc.edu. My Hometown is produced by Jim Green, Executive Producer. Nassau Community College, where success starts and continues. Till next time, this is Bill St. James. And remember, there's no town like your hometown.